Hey, what's happening? This is Joe from Benro Production, and this is the Benro A373FS8 video tripod. Now, before I go over the components with the tripod, let me tell you what it comes with. It comes with a nice padded bag. It comes with a shoulder strap inside the bag, and inside the bag it has a pocket where you have a couple of Allen wrenches, a small one and a large one, if you need to make any fine adjustments on the tripod. It comes with 3 spiked feet, so that way if you have to mount it on dirt, you can take off the rubber feet and screw in the spike feet and you're good to go. It also comes with an extra battery for your bubble level because your bubble level lights up. It comes with a manual and a warranty. Now, built inside of the bag is a Velcro tie down for the legs. So once you put the tripod in the bag, you Velcro the legs together, and that'll keep the tripod from shifting inside of the bag when you're carrying it. Now here we have the tilt lock, we have the tilt drag. Here we have the pan lock and the pan drag right here. This is your pan drag. This knob right here, this is your pan drag. Now this button here is ratchetable, so if you need to relocate it, you can. And this is your quick release. This releases your quick release plate. This button right there. And on this side, you have, this is the quick release lock switch. So when you lock it down, this is the button you lock the quick release plate with. This too is ratchetable. So if you need to relocate it, you can do it with no problem. Just pull it out, put it where you need it, and you're good to go. This is your counterbalance. You got a counterbalance of 0 all the way up to 3. 0 is no counterbalance. 3 is a lot of counterbalance. Back here is where the bubble level is located. You push this red button and it lights up, so that way you don't have to worry about adjusting it in the dark. You can see it with no problem. Right here is the little drawer where the battery goes in. And you can take a coin and pry this little door open, place the battery, you're good to go. Up here is where you could keep your extra screws. So in case you lose the one on your quick release plate, you have backup here. And I always keep my backup here. Now, where the quick release plate goes here, you have some numbers here. These numbers will coincide with the little line on the quick release plate. Now I'll show you guys that. You line this, you take the little line on the quick release plate and line it up whatever number you need to help you properly counterbalance your gear. Okay? And this is the quick release plate that comes with it. This one here. I added this one, but this is the quick release plate that comes with it. And if you guys can see that, that's the little line I was telling you about. This little line will line up with one of these numbers, whichever one is the sweet spot to help you counterbalance it. So you position your gear on here, and if you need to put it like -2 or +2, you line it up to there. You take this line, slide the tripod plate up to there. Once you slide this tripod plate up to there, and you put the right amount of counterbalance and the right amount of drag, it's always counterbalance. So all you have to do is remember the number that you have this lined up with, and you're good to go. In my case, I had to add this quick release plate because I moved this screw. I put my gear on here, I put my camera on here, and I moved this screw up and down this track right here to try to find the sweet spot. And it was nowhere in this area here. My sweet spot was located right here. Okay? And that's why I added the quick release plate. So now my sweet spot is located right here. So I'll show you guys how I counterbalance it. Now, the way I counterbalance it, I need counterbalance 2 on the counterbalance. On the drag, I need to put all the drag in there. And on the plate here, on the number here, my sweet spot is 3.5. So I slide this plate up to 3.5. That's where it has to go. It has to go at 3.5 on here. And then I could put my camera on here, add counterbalance 2 and all the drag, and it'll be properly counterbalanced. So let me show you how I do it. Okay, so first I want to line this up. Okay, and then I'm going to line the camera up level. Now I'm going to put the quick release plate in the slot where I told you, which is 3.5. It has to be at 3.5. Now I could leave this quick release plate on here. I only took it off to show you guys, but this is going to permanently stay on here, so that way I don't ever have to worry about what the location is or losing that sweet spot, because I'm using a drop down quick release plate for my camera setup. So this plate will stay on here from now on. Every time I put it in the bag and take it out of the bag, it will always be positioned right here. So now I have it down there, so I'm going to put my counterbalance on 2. That's what I need. And then on my drag, I'm going to add all of the drag. Okay, so I need all the drag, and I also need counterbalance too. So now that that's set there, let me get the camera and put it on here. And drop this down in there, lock it down into place. Now what I'm going to do is zoom out on the lens so you can see the whole setup here and show you that it is properly counterbalanced. So let me zoom out. Now hopefully you guys can see the top all the way down to here on the camera setup here. So now I got my counterbalance at 2, all the drag in there, and when I unlock it, it don't move. You see? And it is unlocked. So now if I push down on it, as you can see, it is properly counterbalanced. When I come back on it, if I push up on it and go back, it holds with no problem. It is properly counterbalanced. And then when I need to center it, I just go ahead, line it up with the bubble on there, and there you go. Properly counterbalanced. No matter how I go back or forward, it's properly counterbalanced. It's holding it with no problem. Now I could put it on level 3, but that will be too much, because level 3 will have me fighting back to hold the camera straight. Level 3 is too much counterbalance. And I lock it into place and I'm good to go. So next thing I want to show you guys how tall this tripod can get. Okay, so now I want to show you guys how tall this tripod is. Now over here, this is my normal setup. Okay, I have my Davis&Sanford sticks with the Manfrotto head, and it's on the first level and it's sitting on a dolly. If you see, I'll move it right quick. It's on a dolly. There it goes. I can roll it back and forth. It's sitting on the dolly, and the center column on the mid-level spreader is like this. Okay, so that raises this up a little bit, and it puts the camera at the perfect height for me. So if I'm shooting something standing up, as you can see, it's at the perfect level. I can see the camera, everything. I can operate everything. Everything is at perfect eye level. I can look at the monitor, and I'm good to go. Okay, so every time I set it up on that dolly, it raises it up to the perfect level for me, so I don't have to worry about adjusting the legs. All I do is let the legs out one level, put it on the dolly, and this is what I come up with. So now what I'm going to do is show you guys how tall this tripod is next to my setup. So let me take it out of here. I'm gonna see if I can open up the legs and see how close I can get it by that one, so you guys can see how tall this is. So now I got the legs open. Okay, so let me sit this inside of here. This should fit right up in there. Okay, the legs are all the way out. Okay, they're all the way out. Now, you see how tall this tripod is? You see how tall it is? This tripod is tall as my setup over there. And it's not sitting on nothing but the floor. This tripod is sitting on the floor. These are the legs. This is how tall it is. And this tripod is almost tall as I am. It's almost as tall as I am. So let me show you how you see how tall it is. Let me take the camera off here. And what I'm going to do is put it up there. You see the height difference? Can you see the height difference from that down there to this up here? And this is as high as this goes. And put the camera up here. And hopefully you can see that. You see how high I put that camera? Way up there in the air. So if I was shooting an event and I'm outside, I'm way above the crowd. The camera is way up there, above the crowd. You see the height difference? And now when I take this off and I put it back on this tripod, they're the same height. I want you guys to see how tall this tripod is. So just to let you guys know, if you're looking to get your very first tripod, a secondary tripod, or upgrade your tripod, go with the Benro. All right, this is a professional video tripod. And by the way, this tripod only costs under $500. You don't have to spend $1,000 for a tripod. This costs under $500. And it got a 17.6 load capacity. And you see how tall it is. This tripod is almost tall as I am. So, this is Joe from Manfrotto Production. I thank you guys for watching this video. If you got any questions or comments, don't hesitate to hit me up below. I appreciate it. If you guys subscribe, and I thank you guys for watching it. Peace. I'm out. Talk to you later.